What's going on, Rockstar? It's your boy Samson X here. Attention, attention, this is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. We have a fat imposter among us. Nah, I'm only joking, man. I just wanted something goofy to title this video. I just wanted something stupid to say. But anyway, what we're actually doing today is something I know some of you guys like. We're taking a big old belly flop into r/fat logic. So let's not waste anyone's time. Let's see what we got. Let's get it.
I was thinking about the idea of a fat village, like Toronto's gay village. A neighborhood where dieting advertisements are all banned, where all cafes, gyms, and shops are fat friendly, where all doctors, nurses, trainers are fat. A neighborhood full of street arts made by fat artists.
So once again, this is a case of fat activists poking their nose where it's not wanted. What do I mean by this, right? So, you want a fat village? Right, does that make any sense to you? Right, you can only get like a capacity of 3 in that fat village for a kickoff, right? And secondly, the things like the gay village that the gay people and the LGBTQ movement, or whatever the case may be, have fought for their rights to get a gay village. But like I say, you're trying to compare yourself against LGBT people who have this thing in them that they can't control, like being gay or lesbian. Yet you want to put yourself into the equation because of something you can control. Little do you know, or you think you know, like stuff in your face until you're the size of the Titanic. Yet you want a village for that. I mean, make it make sense.
Those of us who don't subscribe to society's beauty standards, which are totally arbitrary by the way, you see in the Middle Ages everybody wanted to date that woman, have the opportunity of developing better character, which makes us better spouses. Think about super hot young women you know. How many are kind and giving and thoughtful? When they get what they want just for their looks, many become selfish. It takes a few decades for most guys to realize this.
Yet in the same breath, you're the same individual. When you get what you want, you become very, very selfish. Am I making sense? Right. Think about it, right? You're sitting here on your ass, typing out all this shit and garnering attention and positive feedback from all these other clowns in this world for your own good, right? See how that don't make sense? You see how that don't make sense, Tony? You see how that don't make sense? Hey, madonna.
You see, most foods are processed, i.e. they've been through a process to transform the raw ingredients in some way. Cooking, for example, is a process. Processed foods are not bad any more than unprocessed foods are good. Let's at least have some accuracy in our language around food.
So what you gonna? You're gonna take fresh broccoli from the ground, right? Fresh broccoli that I just picked from the ground, and you're gonna put it into the same category as a TV dinner. Are you mad, woman? No?
What? What people are demanding if you find some attractive or we're bigoted? Honestly, yeah, you are all brainwashed. I'm willing to wager 95% of you would have an attraction to fat people if you lived in a society where you weren't literally brainwashed into believing fat people are ugly. Unlearn it!
Well, I don't know how many times I've made this point right here, but I'm going to make it again for those in the back. So you think that the fact that I find women attractive that have that hourglass figure and childbearing hips and a slim waist, you think I learned that, right? You don't think that's primal? You don't think that's input into me as a man? Like if you flip it around, right, and say if you're a woman, and you think if that woman finds males that are taller and have broader shoulders and a slimmer waist attractive, you think she learnt that? You think that wasn't instilled in her primarily? Do you think that makes sense? Do you think that adds up, right? Let's do the math. Do you think it adds up? Nah, I don't think it does. Okay, we got the next post, and the person says, I triggered someone by documenting my weight loss journey and bringing it up regularly. For context, I've lost 83 pounds with more to go. It's something I've had to bring to the forefront of my mind, or I wouldn't have gotten this far. I can't be responsible for everyone else's emotional labour. Right, so let's take a little look at what this person encountered.
So, do you only post about food, weight, and calories now?
No, I post other things, but this is on my mind a lot.
Well, unfortunately, this is an incredibly triggering content as you frequently post direct numbers and calories. So unfortunately, I have to unfollow you now. Look, good luck on your journey.
I'm sorry that that's the case, but I understand.
Look, I'm sorry you feel that way, and you're salty, you're bitter, and you want to drag people down, right? It's sad. It is. It's sad. It's so sad. It's a sad situation. It is, right? However, you wonder why you don't get anywhere in life if that's how you go on, right? You're going to unfollow people for trivial bullshit like that because it hurts your feelings. Wow. Wow. Okay, I just wanted to check that with you. Alright.
Being privileged is not having to eat at home before you meet up with your friends for dinner, so you only manage to eat a tiny portion at your favourite restaurant. Because no matter how much you like them, they're still, right, the same fear of being called out on eating the same food as them because you're fat and they're not. Hashtag thin privilege, hashtag back discrimination, yada yada yada.
Let me break this down to you in a metaphor, right, because I got the perfect one for it. Right. So for example, there's a fire over there and you put your hand right into the flames. You go, ah! Right? But then you do it again. And then you keep doing it again and again and again. You know that fire is going to burn you, but you still keep doing it because you're a glutton for punishments. That's you. That's you, boo-boo. You see where I'm coming from, right? You're actually sitting there making problems up in your own head for sympathy and attention. I don't know, do I? No, just because you ate at home, it doesn't change anything because if you think about it, it's the same outcome either way, right? Because you were going to eat the same amount at the restaurant anyway. For keeping up appearances, you want to do this bull? Man.
I feel bad for thin people restricting their food so they can be thin. Sorry you are so fat, Bobby. It feels better to benefit from skinny privilege of the backs of others being insecure than to eat that cookie. Well, more for me, I guess.
Astaghfirullah.
My friend, I'm going to let you into a little secret right now. Did you know that I can still eat the cookie, right? Because I've been a very good boy all week. Comes the weekend, I can enjoy myself, right? Because I go to the gymnasium and I put in the work, right? Are we getting somewhere? Do you think that's real? I can enjoy myself with the cookie or two, because come Monday I will burn away the calories. Does it make sense now?
And our last post of the day. Let's get it.
Obviously he wasn't happy if he had the motivation to lose all that weight. I've never seen a fat happy person at the gym. Never even heard of one. Going to the gym isn't fun for fat people like it is for skinny people in the first place. To them, it's pretty much torture.
Right, so I don't even have to know this person to know for a fact that they have never, ever once stepped foot in a gym, right? Because if they did, they would know that it's a brother and sisterhood, it's a kingdom and queendom, right? That when you step in, this is the one place where you step in, right? I don't give a f what your skin colour is, who you pray to, what you believe in, what you want to stick your d in or put inside your right? We are family, yeah? You need something, I got you. You want a little bit of advice, I got you, right? You want to know what to eat, I got you. You want me to put you onto a new exercise, I got you, right? And that's humbling. Right, let me tell you a little story actually, because I think this will come into play perfectly, right? Yesterday, well today as I'm recording this, it was yesterday that I for the first time in, well, I'm 26 now, right? And the last time, listen, I for the first time in years went swimming, right? And I haven't been swimming since I was 13 years old, right? I was never that good back then, but I could at least keep myself afloat. And let me tell you something, right? I have never felt like a bigger fish out of water, pun intended. But, like I say, I was clearly out of my elements. Now let me tell you, when I got in there, I was the best looking motherfucker body-wise, right? I'm looking at all these people old enough to be my dad and my mom, right? There's mums and dads that are out of shape there in the pool, right? There's people old enough to be my granddad and my grandma. So I get in the pool only to find out I cannot swim, right? I cannot swim to save my life, right? I cannot even float in the water. I'm there with my arms at the back of the edge of the pool, trying to keep my legs cannot float, right? My whole body cannot float, right? And it didn't take a genius to figure out that it's actually because I'm quite dense. I've got a muscly body, right? And muscles heavier than fat, right? And I'm just there sinking like a brick. And like I said, there's people old enough to be my granddad outclassing me in the water. Right? There was this woman next to me laying swimming who was built like a hippo. And she was outclassing me. Right? She was like, right, she was doing backflips in the water. Right? I got a little bit of water up my nose from doing one little bit of doggy paddling. Right? And it was curtains for me. Right? So, and then I went in the steam room all defeated because that's what I really wanted to go there for in the first place, because I'm serious about my skincare. So I wanted to go in the steam room to get my skin all glowing and that, right? I'm sitting there all defeated, right? And I'm having all these people that are like, this is a really emotional time for me, bro. You get me? Well, I'm having all these people that are old enough to be my mom, my dad, and my granddad, and my grandma, like, talking to me about swimming, like, I don't even know what's going on, right? A man like big man like me, yeah? You can outlift most people, outrun most people, outclimb anybody. Put me in a pool and it's curtains. Put me in water and it's curtains, right? Why do you think lions don't go anywhere near water, right? When you ever see a lion in water, because that's where the sharks and the whales are, right? Lion is king on land, not water, right? Lion reigns supreme on land. I am the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got on me. Right, so the moral of the story is that basically, whenever you think you're the best at something, right, there's always someone bigger. There's always a bigger fish, right? There's always someone bigger that's coming to clip your wings. But let me tell you something, nobody was nasty to me. Nobody was nasty to me at all, right? The woman that was outclassing me, she was actually giving me helpful tips on what to do, on how to swim, and like she was encouraging me, say, you're gonna get better at it. And that, in the end, put a smile on my face. You get what I'm saying? Because I know if we turn the place, if we switch things around, they're the people that are in the gym that are gonna feel kind of intimidated, but like I say, the gym is a brother and sisterhood where we encourage everyone, and they're the ones that are going to be struggling the most, but they'll get the most support. Does that make sense? So I'm having these people kind of giving me encouraging words the same way I give them encouraging words when I see them struggling in the gym to lift that or to run a certain amount on the treadmill or whatever the case may be. So if anything, that's what I can end today's video off with, is always be a little bit humble, because there'll always be someone there to encourage you. This is not a Disney movie. There are not bullies in varsity jackets ready to push you up against the locker and call you a fat. That's not reality, right? And that's a Southern Fried Chicken Crispy wrap. So go ahead and follow my Instagram at SamsonXTheGuy. Any questions for me, go ahead and slide into the DMs. Go ahead and follow your boy on TikTok at the exact same name. Go watch my funny little shorts. Any serious inquiries, go ahead and hit on my email, which you can find linked down below. And if you want to tell me to go myself, put it down below in the comments. That's what they're there for. And until next time, hang loose.